Hello and welcome back to Spyro 2. Ripto's Rage. Let's enter Mystic Marsh, shall we? I was going to make a joke, but I decided not to. You know, I'm sometimes a fan of doing the old, Simon 2 or whatever, you know, but, I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like it. Here we are.
Things just aren't the same since our magic fountain shut off.
Yeah. I'll help. Oh, another fog level. Whatever. Now, I think I said this before. I feel like in the last level, not in the last level, but in that one level that we did in the last episode, the fog was primarily there because, The fog was there primarily because of like draw distance reasons, but I feel like here it's primarily for the aesthetics. Well, I'm gonna die here. See what I mean? Gonna jump. There we go. Guy is quite frustrating to hit. Especially when I don't know where the other items are. Oh, I lived! Okay. Well, yeah. Not having the, little guy specs. I forget what he's called. Something like that. I keep thinking of it like it's that, that one Minecraft, texture pack, like Specs Pure DB, or whatever. We'll see. Anyways, No, surely that has to be something. Where did my flying bastard go? There he is. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're on here. Can I... Yes, okay. Here we are yet again. Let's see. So we have to... Oh my god, that thing is... completely relentless. And I start once more at a 0, so I have to get them all again. Kind of funny that I'm slowly gonna run out of lives. God, those things are annoying. Okay, what is next? Oh, it's you. You, then we go around so I can, yeah. That's like a half snail, half... Yeah, Maybe they added the fog because of the, long... Actually, I don't know. It's kinda... Oh. One thing which I find kind of interesting, these wall textures kinda remind me, of all things, of a Panzer Dragoon, like, specifically of Panzer Dragoon Saga. Just because, not these ones, but like... these wall textures. I don't know why. I think it's just the color scheme, I guess. I don't know. The sort of cloudy textures of that game are, like, quite iconic, you know?
Ah, Spyro.
Spyro, I need you. Yeah, okay. Let's find the man's pencil. Okay, let's also get my health back. How many kills do we have? 16 out of 36. Okay. So this feels like it's gonna be a bit of a longer level. Yeah, especially this corner. Like, these textures really remind me of it. Anyways, let's continue going up. Yeah, thinking about, like, Spyro 1 versus Spyro 2, I have to say, I mean, it's not like Spyro 2 doesn't have its moments, it clearly does, but, like, I've enjoyed the first game quite a bit more than the second one. I really liked the first game's, like, supercharging sections or whatever they're called. You know the ones I'm talking about. I really enjoyed the way the collection was set up, where you basically had... It was just you collecting stuff. There were dragons you could talk to, but they were mostly just flavor text, you know? I don't know, I feel like all the missions and minigames are, like, this game's, just generally speaking, biggest problem. And I think this would be a much better game if it didn't have any of that.
What?
Yeah. Did we get a... Well, we got one of the orbs, at least. And, what do you... We did not get the talisman. Which means... Oh. Yeah. So the mission isn't even done yet. Anything in here worthwhile? No, not even, like, a few gems which they control me with. That's a shame. In regards to the new moves, again, I don't know. Okay, I'm starting to really like this level. Just, like, aesthetically. But yeah, in regards to the new moves, I also don't know how I feel about them. Like, I guess climbing does add a specific... Wait, oh my god, hold on. If I may... So if I do this... No. It felt like I entered a weird, like, strafe mode. Strange. But yeah, like, an issue I kind of run into is, well, you can climb up ladders and you can ground pound, but, like, I don't know. I also feel like getting, like, a very limited flight ability that's earned by killing enemies rather than, like, level progression also kinda sucks, at least a little bit. Because it basically makes me, like, redo the same level again when I come to it the next time. And sometimes you're, you know, forced to do that. And previously, the reason why you'd get all the enemies was because they would all reward you with, you know, gems. But now instead, they don't reward me with gems. They reward me with, you know, just, like, blood for the blood god, so that I can, you know, get more stuff. But yeah, like, sorry, so I can, like, access these things. Okay, wait, by the way, there's, I I don't think that's how water works, but okay. Also, the water is animated. That's not an easy thing to do. How close are we? 3/4 of the way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is, early PS1 sort of stuff. Giant polygons cause the problems, yeah. Where am I now? Yeah. I have to say, though, yeah, I haven't even thought about it, but I do really like the water, like, moves. Because as you know, in Spyro 1, you enter the water, you die. In Spyro 2, you enter some types of water, the ones that are not opaque. Oh. And, you can swim in them. And though the camera is, like, a little difficult sometimes, you gotta be shitting me. Okay, we have to get out of here before I die. And by that I mean I have to go back through. Hey, there's another life. Yeah, the issue is... Oh, yes, please. Okay, I think we found most of the rest of the gems. We still haven't found a way to access that one floating pot. What is that, though? We have to find that guy's pencil. Okay, hit him. Head back. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, all these super ability, but we have to go into the water, but all these super abilities seem to just be springs, which is quite nice, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I missed. Oh, I miss. But yeah. A less mature me would make a video on, like, I mean, when I say a less mature me, I mean, like, my inner thoughts tell me to, make PS1 versus N64 videos that are maybe a little bit biased, but the more normal me knows that that's not gonna... It's not the best idea. Like, the issue is, I don't want to have, like, first of all, audience-wise, you know, I'd rather have an audience of people who just like actual topics. Because, to be fair, like, a lot of the PS1 and 64 stuff is just gonna be, like, you being split between people who watch you because they agree with you or whatever, versus people who will hate watch you because it's like... You know, oh, what is the PlayStation man going to tell me this time? And that's the issue. I'm not a PlayStation man. I just enjoy the systems that are good. Okay, these are gonna be important for later, I guess. But you know what I mean. Like, it is true that from all the 5th gen systems, it's like, in terms of the ones that I'm the most interested in, it's like PlayStation, then Saturn, then the Nintendo 64. But that's not because... Oh, I see how I'm supposed to get it. You know, that's not because the N64 is particularly bad. I mean, obviously, I have my We're missing a single gem. Okay. Before we deal with that, I have to deal with, that one... thing down here. But yeah, like, the issue I've run into is the quite simple fact that, I just find it the least interesting. You know, I don't like it from a game's perspective. So many of the games on the system were kind of meh. Because there was Mario 64, you know, obviously that was good. And there was, like, some other stuff. Fucking Paper Mario's great. Ogre Battle 64, the Zelda games, obviously. Like, you can list off quite a few decent games, like, up to, like, I'd say 20, like, really good ones. Right? But that's the issue. Yeah, that's 20 games, but that's, like, on the entire system. I see the gem. And that's kind of where you run into the problem, you know? It's, 20 whole games on a whole system. What if this takes me back? Because we've already done... So we don't have a talisman. We have to do that quest. We have to also talk to this guy. Okay, what do you want? Let's talk to you first. I'm gonna Google this if I get stuck.
Ah, Spyro, a friendly face.
A bunch of thieves. Okay. Is it gonna be 8 of them? Because it's a V8. Oh, you can't charge. Yeah, you can't seem to charge and blast at the same time. So if I get over here. Okay, let's do the other quest first. I googled it. It is really as simple as you have to run after them, but I spoiled myself the second, much stupider quest. Oh. So what do we have to do is I'm starting to, like, how do I explain this? I feel like Spyro is at its best when you're doing the collecting, not when you're doing the other stuff. But yeah, okay, so we have to get the egg. And then we have to spit the egg into some nest. I know where a nest is. I'm gonna just ignore those guys until I can do the trade. Please tell me that's gonna function. Okay, then the bird is going to drop the seed. The seed is gonna go into that pot over there. Huh. Go. How far away must I be? Okay. What? Maybe it's a different pot. Hold on. Oh, it's this pot, isn't it? Then yeah, this goes to the duck over there. I guess, I don't know, I guess it is pretty obvious to go to the things that are out of place, but still. Okay. Then it spits out a turnip, and then this... Get out of the water. Okay, so then this goes into the cooking pot, I assume. By the way, the other day I saw a Hypnoshock video where it turns out that if you're specifically running Crash Team Racing on the PS1, sorry, on like Crash Team Racing, the PS1 version on the PS2, there's a slight chance that if your CD laser is worn out, the game is going to break in just the right way. There we go, that's one of them dead. It is only 4, okay, thank God. But yeah, basically the idea is the game can just break in just the right way. Okay, finally there's a pencil. Where, like, a bunch of the textures get a bunch of garbage data put into them. But that garbage data doesn't pollute, like, another part of the game. Here's the issue with, like, corruptions, right? Similarly to genetic mutations, most genetic mutations are, like, lethal or problematic.
My pencil!
But in this specific case, because only the graphics were messed up, specifically the textures, and the game doesn't need to, like... The game only needs to display the textures, it doesn't care what it's necessarily displaying. Yeah, problems have arisen. Okay, we got that bastard, let's get this one. Okay, because if that one just ran past... Where's the other one? Okay, he's up there. So if I keep, like, if I stop running here, he's gonna stop over here. If I make him... Well, that's my theory, at least. I have to be, if anything, slower? Fuck. Well... Let's try that again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go again over here. Anyways, here's a pro game development tip from the Banjo... Not from the Banjo, sorry, from the Crash Bandicoot dev team. If you want to make a game that feels really good to control, what you want to do is you want to make the jump button, like, measure how long... Basically measure how long you pressed it and measure how much time passes or whatever. Basically, you want to make the digital input behave as if it was analog. Can I just... How come these guys are so easy, but that guy is, like, nigh impossible? Can I sneak up on him? He notices me immediately. Fuck! Ah! Fucking... Ah! I think the worst part by far is how close you get. And the fact that he's just fast enough Okay, we should go over here. Okay. Me doing this in hopes his AI will just break. How does he know what direction I'm going in? Well, that's perfect. Out of curiosity, is this like a distance sort of thing? So if I yak, he's now gonna run over there. Fuck you! Okay, there we go. That's 3 out of 4. Where's the 4th one? Probably up there somewhere. I'm gonna peek the microphone by doing that and then... yeah, whatever. I'm sorry. Well, technically not peek the microphone because of the way it's set up. But you know what I mean. Okay. So we somehow have to get to that guy over there and... oh, there's a spring here, isn't there? Yeah, there is. Was that a double spring? Is that a... Took me a moment to realize where... Huh. So, what are the chances this guy is going to be even more frustrating? Well, I have an idea. We can fly, can't we? What stops me from... yeah, and then... the issue is, not only does he appear to be way faster than me underwater, however, that happens all the time. I'm just gonna have to, like, ram my head against the wall for 15 minutes straight again. Come back here. Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just... why? It's one of those questions where, like... the controls are frustrating. The camera is frustrating. I can't jump that gap properly unless I... Yeah. Okay, so we're over here now. And I feel like the big issue is that it doesn't really matter how fast we go. Like, yeah, I am supposed to jump here into the spring, and he's already ahead of me. Yeah, he's just ahead of me. And I somehow bonk into that even though I wasn't supposed to. Come on. And again, I bonk into a wall when I should be jumping out, but for some reason... the wall is always closer to you than it appears at first. There we go. And thankfully, the game is gonna teleport me back.
Wahoo!
Okay. Oh, there is no... Why is there no talisman? What just happened? Yeah, okay. Let's head out. And there we are, we're done with that level, so I'll see you in the next episode when we continue doing Mystic Marsh. Well, not Mystic Marsh, sorry, continue doing whatever the next level is. Continue doing the Winter Tundra. And it's like 5 levels. See you then, goodbye.